Hi guys, welcome to week 9 of class. You have made it through the midterm exam, so you're about halfway through this course, so congratulations on that. Just for future reference, the structure and format of the midterm will be identical to the final exam. Obviously the questions will be different, but the structure is going to be the same, so that should at least give you an idea of what it is you're going to be dealing with towards the end of the semester when you get the final exam. Okay? Alright, this week we're going to be diving into a period of history that is incredibly important, not only because it in and of itself is important, but because it informs us in a major way about the causes of the American Civil War. We are going to be looking at something called manifest destiny. And manifest destiny was a term coined by John L. O'Sullivan in the 1840s, wherein he's describing this sort of providential, this sort of God-oriented notion that Anglo-white Protestant, America would overspread the entire American continent from sea to shining sea. And in that process, of course, the United States will create an empire, they will colonize various regions, and they will displace large numbers of people, specifically Native Americans and Mexicans. And we will do this through force, as will be shown through the Trail of Tears and the Mexican-American War, but we were also able to accomplish this objective diplomatically through treaties and, in many respects, manipulation. Okay, and so we're going to be taking a look at that process, and there's a couple things this week I actually am going to have you read, a couple chapters in your textbook, 11 and 13 I think, but also something that I have written, an article that's going to be coming out next year, towards the end of the year, on where I basically define what manifest destiny is, but then I explore the ramifications and the implications of manifest destiny on the lives of Mexicans, specifically the way Americans used race to justify going to war against Mexicans and the Mexican-American War, and then also the displacement done to the Nimipo, or more specifically referred to as the Nez Perce Indians. And so I want you to be reading that content. There's also a speech that you're going to be reading from a senator named Thomas Corwin who opposed the Mexican-American War. Okay. In addition to this, we're also going to be looking at Andrew Jackson's presidency, and a couple of things that he did actually forwarded manifest destiny, or westward expansion, and we'll talk about those things, but we'll also look at some other political issues, such as the nullification crisis, which pitted Jackson versus his vice president Calhoun over issues of paying protectionist tariffs, and if a state could nullify a constitutional law, or a federal law rather. We'll also take a look at Jackson's war against the National Bank, and more specifically, I guess, against Nicholas Biddle, who was attempting to get the Bank of the United States rechartered 4 years before its charter ended. So, but we'll talk all about that this week in the lecture and in the readings. Okay. This week, of course, as always, you have a discussion board. There are 4 questions this week. Make sure to get your first and main post up by Wednesday, and then your subsequent response to another student up by Sunday. And I think that covers everything, guys. So if you have any questions, contact me. Of course, be working on your final paper, and just enjoy life in general as best as you can. All right, guys? If you have any questions, contact me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, go in peace, be warm and filled, and as always, may the force be with you. Be blessed.